Hello and welcome to Tea Party Review magazine. I'm Selena Owens and I am one of the contributing writers. And I'd love to welcome you to our first publication, our inaugural issue, Tea Party Review magazine. Many people ask me, why is a magazine needed, or will it strengthen the movement? And to the first question, I say a magazine is needed because a lot of people like to have something tangible in their hands. They can open, they can look inside, they can take it with them. And many of them don't use internet, believe it or not, to get all of their news. They want something that they can take. Another reason why is that they want to support a Tea Party effort. We bring you fresh articles, we bring you illustrations never before released. We have creative writers that write specifically for us and don't write for somewhere else. And also, or at least that article is not published somewhere else. So you really, really, really want to enjoy what's in Tea Party Review magazine. We're thinking about you, America. Thank you so much for supporting the Tea Party movement, and God bless you.
The knowledge, the secret bar tip, bar trick knowledge that these people are not individuals. They've been community organized. They've been given a series of chants. Many of them are either hired for minimum wage, even though they supposedly represent unions that are supposed to fight for the low-wage worker, or they're homeless people. At the end of the day, a lot of them are just bad, overacting extras. And you feel sorry for them when you start to confront them. And in that one, I started to confront them because they had printed out, incredibly expensive, printed out signs. And I don't know if you remember, I just looked down on this sign that they had, and it said the Union Print Shop. It was literally called the Union Print Shop. I'm like, I knew this was a union rally, and I went, like, sign to the person. I said, your manufactured, pre-manufactured, repetitive signs all say the exact same thing. Glenn Beck lies. Can you please give me one example of a lie? Insert water on their circuitry. I am Andrew, mighty, mighty Andrew. Yes, I am. That's what I'm trying to tell people out there. You can take on the community organizers out there who use intimidation and bullying in order to silence people. And it's vulgar to think that the President of the United States, in every single one of these protests, has had his fingerprints all over them. I haven't. In the Right Nation one, they disbanded and got into their buses. Not before a rally whose sole purpose was to stop the hate. Because the Tea Parties have been so unbelievably racist, homophobic, colonialist. They've been, and so, stop the hate! Slogan, 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 slogan. They get so excited. And I started saying, who here's from the SEIU? Who here's from the SEIU? And you can see their one organizer was like, ooh, this guy has a camera and he's kind of exposing us. This isn't good. It's going to be on camera. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to make us look stupid. He's going sign to sign to sign. He goes, get away from him. Get away from him. And they start like going away from me, and I start following them. And so their true colors started to come out. And they said, I think he's a fag at the Stop the Hate rally. I said, excuse me? I was like, okay. I said, what did you just say? He said, oh, the person did spit on us as well, but I think it could be argued that it was spittle. But the ABC, CBS, and NBC made this front page, breaking into news that the Congressional Black Caucus had been spit on and called the N-word. Disprove that, but I don't have time to get into the particulars of that. But these people, after they called me that at this rally, I said, why did you do that? This is a Stop the Hate rally. And they said, because the way you talk. All on camera. Content, free content. It's my business model. And so, I've done it a lot now. I just did it. I'm telling you, I don't know if I'm a sick, twisted person. I'm like looking in Craigslist to find rallies just to go. That's my bar trip. And I've gone to a few, and I've gotten a few things on tape. Most recently, I went down with an American hero by the name of Brandon Darby. Brandon Darby was a hardcore left-wing activist who called the FBI and informed on two guys he worked with from the radical activist group Common Cause, or Common Ground. And they were planning on bombing the Republican National Convention. Yes, we're the violent ones in protest. And the left, including Wade Rathke, formerly of Acorn, called Brandon Darby a snitch for saving American lives. I reached out to Brandon Darby and I said, I don't care what your politics are, you're an American hero, and I am forever indebted to what you for what you've done for this country. And we've become great friends, and I flew him out to Los Angeles. I said, do you want to go to a rally with me? They're really fun. These are all his friends, too. It's a great group bar trick. Okay, so you can do this in packs of upwards of 7 people, but at 8, no, you can all go. We can all go. Let's start creating a Craigslist place where we can meet and go meet the protesters. Well, actually, they're the counter-protesters, so we can be the counter-protesters. And so I went to the Koch brothers event, where, look, this is how the media is done. We've exposed George Soros to the point of absurdity. George Soros, the billionaire who's influencing the political process to an absurd degree. And so the institutional left, they're so predictable, just like community organizing groups that chant, had to come up with a counter-narrative, and that counter-narrative was that the Koch Foundation and the Koch brothers are inherently evil billionaires. And so